Hey everyone, so in today's video we're going to be taking a look at what are, at least in my opinion, the 5 best skins in Mortal Kombat 11. I will be making the same video at MK1, so if you think it's a bit weird I'm going back to an older game and making that video first, it's just because I'm doing it in order. I do hope you enjoy the video, and as I said before, keep in mind it is just my opinion, so if your favourite skin isn't here, that doesn't mean that it's bad by any means. And I will have some honourable mentions where one of your favourite skins might be mentioned. But let's get on with the list. So at number 5, I have MK3 Katana, but not specifically Katana, it's just the pack in general. So the one that has Jade and Scarlet. However, for some reason, I don't seem to have the Jade one. I have the one for Scarlet and Katana, so I can't show any footage of the Jade one. But, you know, just imagine this, but Jade. So this, but green. And I think that these skins just look really cool. They're pretty faithful to the original, but they have cool little extra details that make them look a little bit better, make them look more cool. I think that they work really well with this game's graphics. And yeah, overall just a really good costume pack, really. And the next one I have is the movie Shang Tsung. This one looks really cool. However, I'm sorry, it doesn't actually come with the color that one did. Like, there's no black option for the jacket, which is pretty strange. But yeah, overall very good costume. Unfortunately, my gameplay for the Shang Tsung costume didn't want to upload for some reason, so next up we have Raiden from the 95 movie. It's weird they didn't put out any skins from the games that came out during this game's lifespan, but instead put some out for the older movie that came out in the 90s, which I understand because this movie is very good to a lot of people. I personally think it's okay, it's a decent movie, but this outfit here is something that came out of it that is actually very good. I think it looks really good in this game as well. I like the effects of the lightning are white, which isn't very common in this game. I think this is the only skin that has that. I might be wrong. I don't really play Raiden all that much, as you can probably tell, but I think that this skin looks really good. Does it actually look like the movie version? Sort of. It does look a little bit off in the face, but I think this pack as a whole that came with Johnny and Sonya from the movie is really good. But I definitely think that Raiden, he's definitely the highlight of the pack, because the other skins for the other characters sort of feel like they fit with the character, whereas this one doesn't fit MK11 Raiden at all. So if you're not a big fan of the character, you can use this one. Next up, I have MK9 Scorpion. I don't think there's all that much to say about this one. I think this skin looks good in basically every game that's been a part of. I'm actually very surprised it hasn't been added into MK1 yet. But yeah, this skin, it's great. Ever since it was introduced in MK9, it's been in every single game, aside from, of course, MK1. And this one, I think the best part about it is really just how it all blends together. I think that the mask is something that a lot of people really like, because it's actually, you know, a scorpion, which is, you know, a very cool detail. I also think that it's like the perfect blend of detailed but not overly detailed. The colors on it, like the black and yellow, and like the sort of like little stripes he has on it, looks really cool as well. It definitely feels like a outfit for a character called Scorpion. Like there's little scorpions on his sort of like wrists and his legs as well. Like, it's a very fitting costume, looks great. Next up we have a skin from Sub-Zero, this one coming from Deception. Deception is a lot of people's favorite look for Sub-Zero and a lot of people's favorite game in the series. This costume is incredibly unique because Sub-Zero doesn't have any that looks like this. Even if you remove the helmet, which is a lot of people's favorite part, like, the costume itself still looks kind of out of place for Sub-Zero, but I mean that in a good way. Like, this costume is so overly detailed that it weirdly enough doesn't look bad. Like, a lot of costumes, when they're overly detailed, they look really crap. This one doesn't though, it actually looks pretty good. I think that the helmet, for some reason, sort of helps that. Like, it makes it look, it makes it stand out a bit more, really. And I think the color blue works really well with this. If he was like a red ninja, like if you gave this look to Ermac, it wouldn't look cool, right? It would look really weird. But because it's Sub-Zero and it sort of fits the icy kind of theme, and to be fair, it also sort of looks like the Shredder, I feel like that is a very cool little detail, sorry, I just woke up, so I'm going to be messing up so many words, but either way, yeah, this costume's great. I do want to have some honorable mentions. So default Scorpion, I love this outfit. I know a lot of people don't. I think it looks really good, and honestly, I don't have all that much to say about it, so we'll move on to the next one. Default Sub-Zero, I'm sorry, I love this skin, I think it's amazing. Then I have the Aftermath sort of Deadly Alliance looking Shang Tsung. This skin is really good. As you guys can see, it's like the same sort of characters that in my opinion at least have the best skins. No, I did have another one, but again, for some reason didn't record. So next up, at the number 1 spot, I actually have Rain. I think that Rain's default design is the best design in the whole game. I know a lot of people will not agree with me, and that's okay, but I think that his default, like his other costumes, the one you saw at the start of this little clip I'm showing, I'm pretty sure that was my other honorable mention, but this skin here is nuts. I really like the headpiece, like it looks great, and like what he's wearing on his chest looks awesome as well. As you guys would have noticed in this video, I really like costumes that are simple, but I also really like ones that are detailed, but not overly detailed. I like when they find that perfect balance, and I think that they really did that on this costume here. It just looks really good, and I think like the purple and the goldy sort of black and brown, like there's a lot of colors on this costume, but they all blend together really well, which is sort of surprising because, as I said, you know, when they tend to go all out and make a costume a bunch of different colors and have a lot going on and a lot of different patterns, it can look really bad. But with Rain, I think they really struck gold and they made him like the perfect balance here. Yeah, I don't have too much to say about it really. I think that it is the best skin in MK11, and I'm surprised no one's really mentioned it on, you know, similar lists to this. But yeah, I think the list today was pretty decent, but let me know what your thoughts are, because I think, you know, obviously my opinions will differ to yours, but I know a lot of characters had like repeat entries in terms of honorable mentions, but I think that they just have some really good skins. But if I missed one of your favorites, doesn't mean it's bad. I think there's a lot of really good ones. If you haven't, check out my video on the worst skins in MK11, and I hope you all have a great day.